Hello and welcome to Please Note, and I'm with Margot Guernsey and her daughter, newborn baby daughter, Elena. Where's Elena? Is she nearby or is she?
She's right
There
here.
she
Hello,
is.
everybody.
Oh, the last time we had Margot with us for Please Note was a number of months ago, and Elena was getting ready to come into the world, and she is here now. Welcome to the world, Elena.
Thank
And
you.
Margot, welcome back to Please Note. Your trailer on the life of Pauli Murray is out, and we're going to link it to this. But tell us a little bit about where all that is now and what it's about. And
Yep. So the trailer is just supposed to give you a snippet of what a full-length film about Pauli Murray would be like. Where we want you to learn a little bit about who Pauli Murray was, and then we want you to want to know more. We're now looking for full production funding, and the trailer gives you a taste of why we want to tell the Pauli Murray story.
I watched the trailer and was ready to watch the film. It really is good.
Great.
It's really good. Well, what is the process for that? I mean, how does that? I don't know anything about that, and I'm curious.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of different ways to raise funds for documentary films. There's grant funders out there. There's a lot of individual donors. But in really this day and age, it's up to the filmmaker to find people who want to support the film.
Really?
And so grassroots donations is the best way to get something started. That's how we got this far, and so we'll be doing a lot of reaching out to everybody who wants to make a difference and help us tell the story. So we're going to be, looking to screen it more, and also be doing a lot of screening it online, and I'm sure you'll be able to link to it after this, when we're done talking here.
I don't think I asked you this the last time, but how did you get hooked up with Pauli Murray? How did that connection happen?
Well, I read about her and was inspired by her, as many people are when they learn who she was. And it struck me that why didn't I know about her already? I have a master's degree in history and hadn't heard of her. And so not only was I inspired by her life story, but also inspired that I feel that not enough people know who she was, who know who she is.
Margot, what do you think? I mean, it's interesting because she is having a kind of emerging on the verge of a resurrection or something, if you will. But I'm wondering, why is Pauli Murray significant for us now? Why should anybody care outside of just knowing something from the past?
Right. Well, I think she's significant because not only was she a leader in so many different movements, in the civil rights movement, in the women's rights movement, in the effort for women to be ordained priests in the Episcopal Church, but she also demonstrated a resilience that no matter what setbacks she faced, no matter who said no to her, she just wasn't going to stop. And there's a lot of struggles that we still face today for human rights and equality. She sets the example of you just keep going, and you don't let people tell you no in the face of, difficulty.
That's what Harriet Tubman used to say. Keep going. If you hear the dogs coming, keep going. If you see torches in the woods, keep going. Don't ever give up.
All that Pauli Murray achieved, some really key roles in some of the civil rights and women's rights legislation. She was a first on so many fronts. She also had a lot of, she was said no to many times. So for those of us in the present who feel despair or that we can't move forward, all we have to do is look to Pauli Murray and find somebody who always went forward.
Well, because of Pauli Murray, your daughter's in a little better world, and we want it to be an even better world, so that your baby will grow up and be all that God dreams for her to be.
Absolutely.
Oh, Margot, thank you. And we're going to stay in touch, and we'll keep our folk in touch with what's going on with the evolution of this film. The title is A Song of Hope, the life story of Pauli Murray. Margot, thank you.
Thank you very much for having me.
And thank you. And God bless you, and keep the faith.